How's your week been? Or your last couple weeks?
I've been busy.
That's good.
I took like a refresher course in lamination and brow lamination and lash lifts.
Good.
Yeah, earlier this week. Taking
How's that?
another volume course next week.
Ooh.
Um, it's been, yeah, I've learned a lot more techniques, getting more books for lash lift and brow lamination, cutting me
Good.
some time from doing too much lash extensions. So it's doing really, really well.
Awesome.
Hmm.
What other volume class are you taking?
I feel like it's a mistake that I've like the first course that I've taken, it was like a lash like a classic and volume for
Okay.
only 2 days. And I
Mm,
regret it so much. I didn't
yeah.
know any better. I was new. But now I'm correcting it. So
Yeah, that's
I feel
good.
like I
That's
had to
great.
learn everything on my own. So I feel like I should just take like a in-person training for volume while I'm
Hmm.
practicing Russian volume. I'm getting better.
Good. Yeah,
I
and if
was
you have any
doing that technique
questions,
before.
cool. If you have any questions, you're obviously more than welcome to like post a video or whatever in the group chat and I
Mm,
can critique it or help you out there. So
yeah, it's quite hard doing it like just one hand. I was trying to do it like isolating with one hand and then doing it in another hand. It's quite tricky, but getting the hang of it. I tried doing just the Russian volume technique while doing an infill today, and it's working really well, but it's like not
yeah,
as
good.
consistent as I want
Well,
it to be.
and you don't have to isolate before doing it, right? Like you can make your fan, put it down, isolate with both tweezers,
Mm,
just pick your fan back up and put it on.
I don't know why. I feel like I'm just trying to practice on like just using like one hand because this arm is bad.
But you
Like
need your other
I
hand anyways in order to swipe the
Yeah, I
fan, you know?
know to yeah, but I'm trying not to use this hand way too much because I don't know, it's like I got diagnosed with tennis elbow and
Mm,
since lashing it's been work like coming back and forth, so I'm trying my best not to use like too much. I'm trying to use just one arm to do fanning techniques, so I'm practicing a lot on different fanning techniques.
yeah, right,
And
okay.
Russian volume is working quite well. Just
Yeah,
needs
good.
a
I'm
bit more
glad.
practice.
Just gonna put a note in the group to let people know that we've started just in case they forgot.
I always get a notification an hour before
Do you?
from Facebook. Yeah, from Facebook.
Well, that's because you're the best.
I'm very punctual, you know. I always put it in my calendar. Like, yeah.
That's what most
So I
people should
know
do, but
weeks before.
most people aren't always as prepared.
I have a busy schedule, so I like having everything in the calendar. So
I
I
know,
don't
I'm like that
forget
too.
anything.
I'm very precise about everything. Ooh, okay, so
It's good practice.
what's on your mind? Anything going on that you want help with?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I I want to raise my prices.
Hmm.
My retention is so good right now. So, so good.
Yay! I'm
I
so
am
proud.
so happy every time I get an infill client and their lashes are so, so good. But so I'm thinking
That's
of raising my
awesome.
prices like we've talked about because I haven't done it. I feel bad for increasing it like every something months. So
Mm,
I feel like I've increased a lot. You know how
right.
much it started like before your when you had like the six-figure
Hmm.
call, that one. As a beginner back in February, I started at lowest $45 circa.
Okay.
And then after that call, that webinar, I increased to $65 lowest for classics. And then now I'm at 85. for classics.
Awesome.
And I want to increase it because my retention is so good right now. And I I've been like going to a lot of courses. I feel like compared to other artists that only go to one lash extension course and they're done, I feel
Yeah.
like I deserve more.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm putting
And
so
you're
much
really
work
busy,
into it.
right? You're
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still
fully
really
booked two
busy?
weeks ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then there's like no reason why you shouldn't. What are you thinking you want to increase them to?
I want to increase it to like 100 for classics and up
Okay, cool.
until 120 for volume, 100 to
Yeah,
120.
I think you should do it.
It's still lower than the other artists out
Yeah.
there, but I've gotten a feedback from the client that I just had today. She told me like she used to go to the lash artist I used to go to. Like that artist has been like in the game for like 6, 7 years,
Hmm.
but I've never seen her improved. She uses premates
Hmm.
and her retention's not great. It looks so good, very good technique. She finishes very fast, and when I check my lashes, it's all like she lashes everything, but retention's not great. So that client was like a client from that artist from before.
Hmm.
She went to me and she said, I've never had better retention.
Oh, yay.
So I am so motivated right now. Even though I am less experienced, I feel like I'm getting to it. Like she literally compared my work to an artist who's been working for 6 years, 7 years. So
Yay.
that's like a major ego boost. So
That's
I
good.
feel like yeah, I need to increase. And
Hmm.
it's almost and I'm fully booked all the time anyways. And I need to study for exams and stuff. So if I'm trying to filter out clients that, only want me because I'm cheap, clients that want me
Yes.
because I'm good.
Yeah, because even if you increased your prices and lost like 2 or 3 clients, whatever that looked like, you would still be
Mm-hmm.
making the
Does it
same,
really
if not
matter?
more money, and you'd have more time to study and be in school. So,
Yeah, so I haven't really been good at going to school, but I have an exam like my exam in 6 weeks, and I really want more time to prepare. I always get in my DMs like requests for like, even though I haven't published that I'm available, they always like ask me if I can do their lashes on this or that day. So
yeah.
I feel like it's about time.
Yeah.
And you've been telling me this since July. So
Yay, now it's September, it's time.
it's time.
Awesome. So when do
But
you think you wanna put this in action for?
I really want to do it like right away. I don't want to wait for until next month.
Yeah.
Like if I could
So
do it today, I'll just do it today.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could send out the message today, right? Like, I always like to give people a little heads up so they're not like, "Oh, I'm coming in tomorrow and my price is gonna be increased." I always say to
No,
them like, "Hey,
I
as of September 15th, my price is gonna be X, Y, and Z. Thanks for being here."
mm, but I'm already booked 2 weeks ahead, so I was thinking since
Yeah,
that one's already there, like I can let them pay the original price for those that are already booked like 2 weeks
yeah,
ahead, and then like the coming bookings that are like we
the 15th and
on the
after.
third, yeah, 15th and after, then they'll pay for my increased price.
Yeah,
I feel
I think
like
that's great.
it's only fair since we already booked it. Like
Yep.
it doesn't, yeah. And then do you have to like really announce it and explain it? What do you think
Um,
about that?
I think it's important. Well, how have you done it in the past?
Before I would like put it out on the stories that like new prices are up, blah blah blah, and like I don't know. I'm just asking because I've seen like other lash techs say that like it's not good. You always post your stories that that you increase prices, blah blah blah. So I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I think I wouldn't put it on your stories. Wouldn't even let anyone know on social media in any way. I
Yeah.
would reach out to all of your current clients directly who are already seeing you and just letting them know that you're increasing your prices. You could say like due to demand, I'm increasing my prices as of X and Y Z day. This will be your new price. Thank you so much for your support.
Mm.
Period. That's it. They don't have to reply. If they do,
Like
that's
only
great. If they don't,
existing.
that's fine. Yeah, and I wouldn't tell anyone else. And then anyone else who
Yeah.
wants to book in down the road, just this is my new price
Yeah.
if they ask.
That's what I was thinking because like I feel like I've been doing it I've increased prices like twice or thrice
Yeah,
since I started, and it has been like half a year since I started. So it's
yeah,
not been that long, and I increased my prices way too much. So people that have been following me from the first, they've seen my prices go from $45 to now 100, double.
yeah. That's fine.
But my retention's good, so
Yeah, and you're getting better, right? I was actually thinking about that last night when I was laying in bed. Like, I have some clients that have been with me for like almost the 7 or 8 years that I've been doing lashes. And, I started doing like $50 classic fills, $65 fills, and now I charge $130 for fills. And some of them have been
oh
with me through
wow.
that entire thing. And I never announced it online. I just told whoever my clients were that because they're the only ones who really need to know. They're the only ones who are giving you money currently.
Honestly,
And
yeah,
for
because they're the only ones that like really come back to you.
yeah, and
So
you're showing respect to them by letting them know, and then that's it. Anyone else who keeps reaching out to you will be like, "Yep, my new price, or this is my price is $100 for classics." That's it.
but it's not that bad. Like
No,
I'm still
that's awesome.
doubting. I'm still
And
doubting myself. It's like it
use it
sounds
as like,
cruel to.
no, no, not at all. I mean, like people who get better at things charge more money. People get raises in their job multiple times, right? Because they get better, they're more experienced, and people are already telling you that they're having a better experience with your lashes and you're charging significantly less, but you're working what it seems like, you know, 4 times as hard to match up, if not to to beat who these people are and what they're doing
Honestly,
and what
yeah,
you're doing. So I think,
it
yeah, it has
is.
nothing to do with experience or the amount of time that you've been in it. It just has to do with the effort that you put in and the value that you provide people.
Yeah, I've upgraded so much in my little lash room, so I
Yeah.
feel like I need to start earning it up. Like I'm doing I'm supposed to be paying taxes soon, but like I haven't really earned up my like how much I invested in it. Like I was doing my what do you call it in the bookkeeping,
Mhm.
and I've spent so much money on my education, on my supplies, so I feel like it's only fair for me to charge, like a bit more. I feel like I'm not worth this. I feel like I'm worth more, but I don't
Mhm.
want to like shock everyone to be like just triple my price basically.
It doesn't matter. And to be
It
honest,
shouldn't.
like, um, I think a lot of times we think people are watching us, but they're not.
Yeah.
No one's sitting there like stalking your profile, being like, "Oh my God, she's raised her prices 3 times in the last 6 months. Like, who does she think?" No one is actually like, I want to think that I'm that cool, but I'm not.
No.
So like, no one is that cool.
I, I
and
hope
and
so.
no offense, I don't mean that like to be offensive, but like
No.
I think sometimes like we're so worried about what other people think, but in reality, like no one is watching us.
I hope that.
You'll be
No,
fine.
because I've heard like that client, like that one client when I had my prices low, she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're here, like doing lashes in, in this area, in this city. I've been trying to find a lash tech that's like, within her budget, and now
Mhm.
I'm not in her budget anymore. She stopped coming to me."
Whatever. She's
So
already not your
I
client, so who
always have
cares?
that in the back of my mind. Like I keep thinking about like what others think. It's so
No.
annoying.
Just just imagine that they don't exist because people don't really.
Yeah, I hope so. They
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I think that's good. So are you gonna send out your message today?
Yeah, like
Good.
only those clients that come back, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
That's
also
what I do.
increasing my infill prices to
Mhm.
like I used to have it like 65, but like I'm just increasing to like 70. But I want to maintain like here in Norway they have prices. I've heard in the US they have like prices like just one price, something like that, like for every set,
Uh,
for every fill. And then
yeah.
I think it really works here. So I tried minimizing mine to like two prices,
Mhm.
like one classics to hybrids at 70 and then like volume at 75.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's still within the range.
I think that's
It's
fine.
not
I
that
have,
bad.
like, prices for like, my hybrid and volume are batched into one, and then I have classic separate.
Yeah, because classics is a bit more, you know. I feel like people will just ask for volume every time then if the classics price is like the same as the volume.
Yeah, and that's
Like
it.
so I
Yeah.
just want to separate it, like
Yeah,
just a
that's
tiny
fine.
bit. And then my classics price, like my new sets are at like 100, 110 and 120. So three prices approximately.
Nice.
To just
I
separate
think
them
that's
and
fine.
then yeah. So start with that and then we'll see next year.
Yeah, that's
Maybe I'll
great. Great.
increase it again in 2 months.
We'll see, we'll see. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll hold it there for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I wanna hold it there for the rest of the year. But it's a good I was thinking to like increase it now because I know a lot of clients will come to me in December.
Yeah, for
And I have
Christmas
exam
lashes.
season. I have I'm going to be an apprentice,
Mm,
like in the nursing, you go to hospitals and then work there
yep.
for free. So I'll be really busy. So I feel like increasing my price.
Oh, we're frozen. What the heck happened? Ooh, it's going so weird. I can't hear you.
It froze
I
and
know.
it
I
just
was like, what the heck
disconnected.
is going on?
It's the internet probably. Is no
I
one
guess.
coming? It says that there was like two others that are
I
going
know.
early.
That's okay.
Maybe
I
I
mean,
forgot.
that's fine. Some people just say things and they just don't commit. You're getting the most out of these.
Sorry.
No, I'm not upset at all. I like, and I can see the difference that it is, like, you've shown up for all of these calls, right? And look at all the difference that you've made so far in
Yeah.
your business and how, like, confident you're
Mm-mm.
feeling right now.
I'm over the moon right now. Like I should call my mom later and tell her like that type
You
of
should.
level right now.
Aw, I'm
Oh,
so
my
glad.
my mom's very doubtful about it, so I like rubbing it in her face every time. Like, see, I'm doing well. You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, I get it sometimes. Is there anything else that you wanted to chat about today?
um, okay, I'm getting good retentions, but I feel like my every time I fill in do infills, feel like they get uglier. I don't know. Like I'm taking grown outs, and then even though fill it, it doesn't. I feel like when I see other videos on Instagram and TikTok, I feel like my infill's so ugly.
In what
Like it
way?
looks messy. Like it looks messy.
Mm.
Especially when I do hybrids, it's just so ugly. Like I feel like I couldn't get it to the same level as it was new. I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's the grown outs, maybe I don't know.
Do you want to
I'm
send me, do you want
putting
to send me a picture of what you mean?
okay, I should have taken a picture of that one. But yeah, the picture of the infill that I did today, I don't know, it doesn't really show what I mean. I'm looking at the picture right now. But I feel like how much do you actually remove for like how long is the grown out supposed to be until you have to remove it? Because I feel like it just gets so uneven. I can't get
I know.
everything out right. And then
No, I know.
it
I know.
I feel like it looks so uneven. Like after the set, like I look in the mirror and then it's like it looks so ugly. And then I try to remove more and then I try to remove
It
more of the
like do you think it looks ugly because it like it just looks like the tops aren't aligned or what?
no, I
Like,
look at the mirror when I use the mirror, I looked at it as well, but it feels like I don't know, it's not even. And I
mm,
can't get it even because I can't remove everything because it's an infill. You know, lashes grow at like
yeah.
a different rate, blah blah blah. So I remove the ones that are first I remove the ones that are obviously like already out of place. And then as I
Yep.
go, I try to remove like the ones that are like I see that are very far off.
Mhm.
But I feel like even though I do those things, after I'm finished, I look at like I get my mirror, I look at it and it's still very
Mm.
uneven. How do you
Um, I mean, it could be a layering issue. Like if you're not like you did you go through the like advanced the layering techniques in the program?
let me see if I can open it up.
So you could try like when you're especially when you're refilling and when you're doing just new sets in general is like making sure you're on that like very on that top layer of lashes, making sure you're putting down one length so that all the
Mm,
tops line up nice and even. And that'll help too, especially like if you know you do have one that's like kind of grown out on the top layer, especially, and it's the same length as the ones on the bottom, then not only is it like
mm,
sitting a little bit higher because it's on a higher layer, it's also sitting higher because it's sitting like this much off the lash. So then you have this like sticky thing on the
yeah,
top. So maybe try on the top layer of like all your full sets and your fills going forward, putting like one layer less. So in like your 12 section, let's say you'd put an 11 on the very top layer.
maybe. I feel like it's hard to keep up. Like, unlike before when I had not that much clients, I would remember every single, how I sectioned it basically.
Mm.
But like now, I cannot even remember every name. Like before, I would remember every name of the client. But now there's been a lot. So every time people like they come back, like I have a note, but like the sectioning, I know the lengths, but the sectioning is like I don't know, kind of off.
Yeah, it's never going to be
So
perfect, right? Like it's you can't remember
no,
exactly what lash you put it on. Just send me some pictures of like what you think, like when you have someone come in, send me some pictures of like the back view, so like where you're sitting,
mm,
and then the front view of like where you think
yeah,
it looks uneven.
yeah, but like I've had that for like some clients now that come back to me for an infill, and then I try to like do my best to fill it in. I put like 1 hour and a half to like for infills, so I really take my time because it's hard to decide if it's like this much, if it's like the lash extension is like supposed to be here and then it grows this much, then it's like hard to like decide should I remove it now or should I not. So I feel like I get so worried about those lashes that I haven't taken out that like by the third week they're already so long and like way too heavy. I don't know, it's so hard to explain it, but like I just look at it and then in my brain it just looks so
I
frustrating to
bet
see.
you're also being very, I think you're being harder on yourself than anyone else
Yeah,
is.
I feel like that too. I feel like I'm setting so high standards right now because it's been doing great at that I just want to do great overall. So it's so frustrating for me to see every time. Like this past week, my like doing infills, it was so frustrating to do because I feel like it's just I can't get it as good as when I did the new set, basically.
I know
So
though,
I hate
like
doing infills.
you would have to pretty much like always just do a new set though for it to look perfect, right? Because everything, whether it moves like 0.5 millimeter or 3 millimeters, it's
Yeah,
always
it
just
makes
going
it
to be
off.
ever so slightly off. Yeah. It's always just going to be a little bit off. Like obviously there's small tweaks that you can do to make it a little bit more aligned, but I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. And to be fair, like most people, I've realized actually don't like perfect looking lashes. Only we like perfect looking lashes because it's our
Maybe.
craft and it's what we do. And I had like tons of people be like, my lashes look too perfect. Like, can we try and like make them not look so perfect? And I was like, and that was their way of them being like, can we make them look a little bit like wispier? And wispier is really just like longer lashes in some areas and shorter lashes in other areas. Grown out
Yeah.
lashes, perfect. Like, so I think it's a matter of like our craft. We're perfection, like we're perfectionists at
Probably.
our skill. And for the most part, like they don't care. They don't see these
They
little
just want
tiny
it
things that
felt
you, yeah,
mostly,
they don't see what
honestly.
you see.
Yeah, because every time I finish, it's like, oh, the reactions always like, oh, it's so good to have it full again. They
Mhm.
never see that I was so frustrated doing it, basically.
Yeah.
I've I don't know. It's probably just me, but I'll try to send this, like if I can get a picture of what I actually mean, because it's so frustrating for me right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the picture like from this set that I posted like just today, and it wouldn't show that much because it's like all compact together, so
Mm.
it doesn't really show that good of a view. Like I would see it probably when I'm opening something and trying to fill in. It'll probably show better.
If you wouldn't see it when it's all, if you can't see it when it's all put together and not isolated, it's probably fine. But
I
still
don't
send me the
know.
pictures. It's fine. Send me like the back picture and then the front picture, and we'll deal with it.
Yes, because I've been so frustrated doing infill since last week. I feel like I can't get it right. I keep getting. Uh,
See, like
my
it's
clients are
funny.
happy though, so
Yeah, when we solve a
it's just
problem,
me.
it like opens up another problem for us. And that's how you know that you've solved a problem because solving a problem creates a different problem.
Exactly. Like
That's how it
I feel
works.
like I've cracked the code with retention. I've
Yes.
cracked it because it's been so consistent. It's been like, when did I join? I joined like late July. So it's been like a month. So
Mhm.
I had clients come back for me like infills and stuff. Not 100% though, but maybe let's say like over 50 at least have come back with good retention. But those clients that I have that have very damaged lashes, it's like,
Mhm. That's harder to conquer.
yeah, but is it the client's fault? Is it my fault?
It
Why?
might just still be too
I don't
heavy
know.
on like someone with damaged lashes. Like you almost have to go like too light for a little while for like 6 weeks to let them like
Yeah, I am
build their
trying to
health
right
back.
now. But this client has had lashes for 12 years.
Yeah, and at some point, like
And
unfortunately, like lashes are just damaged. And that's what I think people don't realize is that like over time. Like if you keep waxing the same area on your leg over and over and over and over and over again and prematurely pulling out that hair, eventually it just stops growing.
Yeah,
So there's at
but
some point,
what
like you're just not going to be able to like help this person.
but what would you have told this client? She's very bad at taking care of her lashes. Like I keep telling her, but she still comes to me like, I know it shouldn't like affect the glue and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, she would come in with like glitter eyeshadow all over her lashes. It's just nasty. I
Yeah.
just don't want to touch it. Like I don't know
Y-
how else am I supposed to tell her to like take care of her lashes, but I keep telling her to just like, wash it more often because it's damaged, it's dirty. What can I
mhm.
do?
There can be a point where you just refuse to see her as well. Like like you have that ability as well just to say like, look, like, we need to be a team and I can't be a one-sided teammate here. So, you know, I need you to start washing your lashes religiously, whatever, 2 times a day if that's what you want her to do, because I need to be able to put lashes on something, and if I can't, then, like, I can't do my job properly, and I'm happy to refer you to someone else then at that point.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
know
is
you
we
don't
live
like
in a small
confrontation.
city. Yeah, and we live in a small city. So she's tried everyone. She's been having lashes for 12 years, okay? I'm new in the biz, she comes to me. So I don't know. She's coming back to me like next week, I think. And
Mhm.
if she has nasty lashes again, oh, girl, I don't want to touch your lashes. It's
Then you gotta
like
tell her.
even though I try to clean it, like since it's you know, with glitter, eyeshadow,
Mm.
foundation. I feel like I need to really wash it like twice just to get everything off. It's
Yeah, so if someone comes in with,
quite
like, really
frustrating.
dirty lashes, if they come into me, I'll have them go to the bathroom themselves and go and do, like, 2 or 3 rinses through their lashes because I find they can get a little bit more, like, rough in between their lashes by doing it in the bathroom. So I would, like, take a look and be like, "Can you go wash your lashes in the bathroom?" If she comes back, you take a look, see if they're clean enough. If they're not, no, can you go wash them again? Then you're gonna be like, "I'm not gonna deal with your, like, shitty lashes anymore." Like, you need to take some ownership for cleaning them, and it cuts into her time, right? So send her to the bathroom, and then she's gonna be like,
It does
"Oh," and
cut.
then she'll realize how many times that she has to actually be cleaning them for her to get all that gunk out of there.
Yeah, that's smart. I should probably do that. I wash my Lion lashes for me because my I do it here at home. So I already have like a lash cleanser and like a water pump bottle in the room. So I don't really have a sink. So they would have to go to my actual bathroom to do it.
That's fine.
So I should probably do that with her next time because I just know she's gonna come in with like glitter eyeshadow again.
Yes, she will.
It just doesn't go off. She's been doing it for 12 years. Mm. Imagine
Yeah,
someone doing it for 12 years and still have that nasty lashes. Like at this point, you should have known
and that's why
already.
she has damaged lashes, right?
I feel like it's the reason as well. It's not just
Yeah.
because like she's have had like bad lash techs. It's also her not doing her part.
Yeah.
It's hard. She's nice, but I need someone who actually cares.
Yes, you do. You care, right? So you need clients that care.
Yeah.
Leslie, you can pipe in at any point if you have any questions,
Oh,
comments, anything.
Hi, good morning.
it's just there.
Morning.
Hi.
So I just wanted to be here because I want to show up. So I'm totally going to tell myself and be like transparent with you. But so last year I had to file an extension on my taxes because, well, your girl's working on getting organized and everything in order, right? So like I'm
Mhm.
like making up for that, and I've been spending a lot of time tracking down like receipts and getting them organized. So between like that and trying to go through my Instagram blueprint, it's like, it's been tough, but I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't really I haven't gone through the work stuff enough to really have like any new questions. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, I
okay.
feel like I just gotta like go. I just gotta do it.
Hmm.
And then jump on the calls, and then that way I'm not just like asking questions that are already in the program. So
No, that's okay. I appreciate you being transparent. I know that would be like a lot to take on all at once.
yeah,
It's
it's a lot, but just gotta do it and catch up.
Yeah, and you're still more than welcome to just, like you can always hop on while you're on your drive to work and, like, just listen or whatever. Because sometimes you get stuff out of that too. Um,
Right, exactly.
yeah, and if
Exactly.
there's
So I
anything
figured,
that I can do to support you better as well, even just giving you, like, "Hey, do this one task today," or something, just let me know, and I'm happy to try and, like, support you differently as well.
I have noticed, I'm always watching like your stuff on Instagram when you post, and I just wanted to let you know that it's cool. Like, I enjoy watching you on your stories, and like getting on camera and talking. Um, and I love when you call us out. Like, every time.
Thanks.
That is true.
I feel so bad sometimes, but, like, I don't know, like, there's not many people, I think, especially in the lash industry, that are, like, super real with other people. I think it's like I think Lena is, like, one of the only other people that I know who's like, "Get off your fucking
Yeah,
ass and do
right,
something."
right.
So
Her
I'm just
replies,
like
though.
yeah, so I feel like we just need, like I'm, like, soft at heart, like, I hear you're like, like, "I'm struggling to do this and this thing right now, like, I got a lot going on," and I'm not like, "Whatever, Leslie, like, you're just making shit up." Like, I'm soft at heart,
Right.
right? And I'm like, "Hey, like, how can I help you?" But I also know, like, the worth ethic that you have behind you as well, and for the majority of people, like, I've been listening to this podcast, I think that the bar is set so low. Like, the bar is set so low for people that it would just be, like, so easy to succeed if you just, like, did one thing a day. So anyways, that's my rant on, like, I think why
For
I've really been
sure.
going off lately.
Yeah, I think you do a really good job at that, Caitlin, though, like calling people out, not in like, it's not an aggressive way, it's just in like a direct way, and I think you
Yeah.
just like point out like, this is what you need to do in order to get to where you want to go, so like I think you do a lot of like mindset stuff too, and it's really helpful.
Mhm.
And I think like one of the reasons like I chose you as my coach, because it's like I need somebody to do that, and not just sugarcoat things.
Yeah,
So thank
for
you.
sure. Yeah, of course, I appreciate it. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, of course.
Um, anyone else have anything for today?
I don't think so.
I feel like did you send me an email about content creation? Or did I have a dream about that?
True. You work too much.
Me?
Like, yeah, I could have sworn that, like, you posted in the group or you sent me a message or something about, like, content creation, and I spent, like, a solid, like,
Oh,
hour looking through all of my stuff one day being like, "Where did Leslie send me this?" Like, I was, like, in my
oh
DMs, like,
no.
in my email, and I couldn't remember, like, if I dreamt it or
Oh
if it
my
was
god, that's
real.
so funny. No, I don't think I
Okay,
posted anything about that. Like, the last thing that we spoke about was my power offer and finalizing that,
okay.
which, by the way, the edits were really great. Thank you. Like, I finally am like, okay, now I got my solid power offer. Now I can move forward.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes.
And so, like,
Yeah.
you can actually use that in your ads as well. So eventually, if you choose to run your own ads, I know you're working with someone right now,
Oh yeah.
but if you choose to run your own ads,
Oh
you
yeah.
could use that.
Okay, great. So yeah, I actually did want to ask you about that now that you bring it up. So yeah, you do know that I'm working with somebody running ads. However, the thing that I've noticed with that company is that we're not targeting my specific audience, right? Right.
Yes.
We're throwing out the ads to the wolves and see, which one out of the 20, are willing to make the investment, especially for the quality clients that like I'm trying to attract. So that's definitely what I would say has been really rough. And I've been, thinking about it, contemplating, going back and forth. I'm definitely the type of person where I'm like, okay, I have like $30, take 20 of it, and I'm going to invest it so that it returns, right? Which is kind of dangerous, but I'm like, give me the knowledge, right? Tell me everything I need to know. Your ad stuff, should I just kind of go through the curriculum on the program for more information about that? Because I've been getting your emails about how you've been booking clients for some of your girls. And I'm like, wow, these results are amazing. And I'm assuming that you're actually targeting a certain person and not just everybody in the pack.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on what they want. If like, so full transparency, I don't know if you have ever like looked up in the Facebook ads library that company's ads. They
No.
are the same ad, the same picture, the same content across anyone that he runs the ad for.
Oh yeah, I do know that.
Yeah. And I was like really disappointed to see that because like you do pay a pretty penny for his services, their services
Right.
rather, I should say. And which like works out for like I guess if you're like just kind of starting out or whatever, but I think when you start to niche down specifically to like wanting to attract a higher quality clientele, there needs to be more than just like this direct offer to people. So that's like why I created this ecosystem the way that I did. Well, I didn't create it actually, but I like learned it from someone, is because it's also like nurturing and retargeting at the same time. So like what you created is a power offer, and that's kind of like what that company does in its own way. I don't think they know that that's like kind of a power offer, but it is, because it's just a direct offer. It's just saying like, this is what I have, this is what you do. Whereas the ecosystem that I would use for your situation specifically is more of like a retargeting and nurturing ecosystem, where it's like you have the power offer, but then you also have power content where you're like, here's like a 3-minute video on like who I am, what I do, and what makes my technique and my specialty different. And that's where like if people don't click in and they don't like opt in on your offer, then they still get shown your power content, which is like this nurturing stuff where they get to know you a little bit better, get to see why you're an expert, get to see like what it is that makes you you, and then they enter your retargeting system so that they get consistently like nurtured by you. And that way you can attract a higher quality clientele because they know more about you. So like the way that he does it is like, so I explain this in the course as well, but you can either have like most volume. So if there's like a triangle, you have like at the bottom, like most volume, and then you have like volume in the middle. And then at the very tip, you have highest quality. So when you're getting the most volume, that's where you're just like getting the most amount of conversation. That's why you're probably having like 25 conversations a day of people coming into your DMs, but only 1 or 2 of them are actually what you want, because they are just going for most volume. Whereas when you have this like funnel system kind of set up, we're still going for conversations, but we're going for higher quality conversations ultimately.
For sure. And I think I've noticed that for sure. And so it has definitely been a bit discouraging. But I mean, what can I do? Like I'm just wondering, if I should, do something else like with you as well as far as like those ads. But it's just financially it's like, dang, you're just like pouring all this money out, and yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like a bit disappointed, and so I just wanted to kind of ask you like how
Yeah.
it was that you ran your ads, and if that's something that you think I should do right now, or like maybe just chill for a little
Yeah.
bit.
I would chill for a little bit, because you have a little bit of time with those ads still left, right?
I do quite some time.
And you've probably paid up front or something like that, like
I probably what?
you've probably paid up front for it, right? Like
I did pay up front for it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I would I don't know if you can get out of that. Because you can't get out of that, I don't wanna be like, "Hey, spend more money on ads." Like, I don't want you to do that. So I would say, just see it through, get the most out of it that you can. And then did you see my email that I sent you last night, actually?
Yes, I did. I just I wasn't sure if like you wanted to talk about that on here, or I could just respond on the email.
Yeah, just you can respond on the email, but just as a side point with that as well. During that, so typically in that kind of program that we would have together, it's like a year long, but in that time I create launch and set up your ads for you inside of with that price that I gave you as well. So pretty much it would be the exact same thing, but you would have a battle plan with me and me to launch your ads for you. So
Oh, okay, great.
so that's
that's
part of it
great.
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can sit on that. You can email me back, let me know if you have any questions, and then you can still see all of that through that you're doing with your ads currently, and we can look at that for a later date, but just as a little sidebar there.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much, Caitlin. That was
Yeah,
helpful.
of course. No worries. Drive safe.
You're always worried. You're like,
I know. I am. I'm like, we don't need no tickets. We don't need no accidents.
no. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Angel, do you have anything else?
And no, not right now.
We're
I
good?
think I'm all set.
Okay, sweet. Can you post your little win in the group today about your prices? Where you started and where
Yes,
you're
I
at?
will.
Yeah, let everyone know about your win.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
exciting. I always have
cool.
what's her name, Camilla. She's such a
Yes,
sweetheart.
Camilla's the team hype girl for sure.
Yeah, she is.
Love her. Cool. Well, both of you have a good day, and as always, if you have any questions,
Thank
just feel
you.
free to message me and let me know.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Bye
bye.
bye.